What's up, guys? Building the water with some NFL John Madden Football 2012. What an intro that was, huh? They did it big in EA Sports, man. They ain't fucking around. So, in this gameplay, you're going to see myself, as the Detroit Lions. Yes, the Detroit Lions. That's my team. Always will be. And, I actually like our chances this year. I think we're going to be pretty fucking solid this year. If we can keep Matt Stafford healthy. But our defense is looking pretty stout. But in this gameplay, I play against the St. Louis Rams. I picked them randomly. And you're going to see some highlights of this game. So, I want to use it as a backdrop because I want to talk about fantasy football. Yes, fantasy football. I have had 2 drafts so far. I'm actually in 3 leagues. I don't like playing this many, but I have obligations to some people. So, yeah, I'm in 3 leagues. These 2 leagues aren't as big as the league I'm drafting next week. I'll talk about that in the next video, how that draft went, because that's the big money league. But, yeah, I had 2 drafts, and I think they went fairly well. I guess I'll start with my first league that I drafted in. It's actually a league, it's kind of weird that you start 2 quarterbacks. So I'll kind of go through my lineup here and tell you how I feel about this particular draft. But you start 2 quarterbacks. I have Tony Romo and Sam Bradford, my 2 starting quarterbacks. Like both players. Tony Romo, don't like really a lot in like the real, but fantasy football wise, he does pretty good. And Bradford, I think he puts up good numbers with Josh McDaniels as his offensive coordinator. You start 3 running backs. My 3 running backs are Ray Rice, Arian Foster, and Javid Best. Yes, I said Ray Rice and Arian Foster. I actually had them last year. We got to keep 3 players, and all 3 running backs I kept: Ray Rice, Arian Foster, and Javid Best. And you basically kept the player that you got the previous year and what round you drafted him. So I got Ray Rice in the 2nd round last year, Arian Foster in the 10th, and Javid Best in the 8th. So I got to keep all those players in the rounds I drafted them. And I'm really high on Ray Rice this year. Really, really high. They got Vontae Leach, the fullback from Houston last year, and I think he's going to have a big year. 3 receivers I got were Greg Jennings, Mario Manningham, and Anquan Bolden. I feel pretty solid about those 3 receivers. My tight end, got him real late. Didn't really feel good about this, but I got Mercedes Lewis. Defense, I got the 2nd to last round. I got Dallas' defense. They were only good defense on the board. I believe they're going to have a good year under Rob Ryan as defensive coordinator. And I got Alex Henry, kicker from Philadelphia. He's a rookie, but I feel like they're going to put up points, and he was the most accurate kicker in NCAA football history, so I feel pretty good about him. Bench players, I got Jay Cutler as a backup quarterback, Felix Jones, Pierre Thomas, CJ Spiller as my backups, and I will speak later about how high I'm on Felix Jones this year. And receivers, I got Austin Collie and A.J. Green. Didn't really feel good about A.J. Green, but he was one of my last picks, so I didn't really feel too awful about that. It's a pretty good team. I'm not super excited, but I'm happy with my running backs and my receivers, so I think I should have a pretty good year there, and I'll keep you guys up to date with my leagues as the year goes by. Team number 2, I actually picked towards the bottom of this draft. There was no keepers. Pretty much normal league here. I got Peyton Manning as my quarterback. I got him in the 5th round, which is pretty crazy. Our running backs are Jamal Charles and LaShawn McCoy. I went Jamal Charles and then LaShawn McCoy, 1st and 2nd round, which is unbelievable. Receivers, Reggie Wayne, Santonio Holmes, and Ocho Cinco. Not too high on Ocho Cinco, but I got him late, and he's my 3rd running back, or 3rd receiver, and I'm cool with that. Tight end, Brandon Pettigrew. My Lions guy, had to go for him. And then defense, kicker, same. Cowboys and Alex Henry. My theory on that, guys, is I don't like going early unless I have to, and I didn't have to, so I went that route. Bench players, Kevin Cobb is back at quarterback. Got him fairly late, which is good because for week 1, he has a really easy matchup. And then Manning's bye week 11, he's got a really easy matchup, and I feel like if Manning can't go week 1, that Kevin Cobb will fill in nicely. My bench is pretty fucking solid. Felix Jones, who I'm high on, Benny Wells, Mark Ingram, Lance Moore receiver, Jordy Nelson receiver, and Greg Little receiver. I went upside huge on receiver just because I went running back crazy there, so my running backs are pretty solid. So all in all, I'm pretty happy about both my teams. I think I did fairly well on both. Like I said, number 2, I think I did awesome. The second team I got, I mean, other than Ocho Cinco being my third receiver, I think it's just flat out amazing. I got backup running backs galore. They're just awesome. So what I wanted to finish up with, guys, is my sleeper picks for the year, and I'll talk about my locks and my bust in the next commentary I do. But I want to get some sleepers going into your draft. So quarterback-wise, I've got some mid-round sleepers, which is Matthew Stafford and Kevin Cobb. Pretty obvious. I think everybody knows that they're going to have upside potential. And my deep sleeper is Colt McCoy. If you've seen him in the preseason, I think he looks great. I think they're going to have a good running game, and I think they're going to do a lot of play action. He's going to get a lot of one-on-one coverages on his receivers, and I think he'll go through his progressions and do pretty well there. Running back, I'm telling you guys right now, every year, 2 years ago was Ray Rice, last year was Arian Foster. I'm pretty good on deep sleepers when it comes to running backs that pan out to be really, really good. And this year's is going to be Felix Jones. Put it down. He's going to be a top 10 back, and you're going to be able to get him in the 20th to 25 range running backs. Just hear me on that. Hightower's my mid-round running back. I think he's going to do very well. I think he's carried the load and get a lot of rushing and catching receiving yards. And my late round running back is Delone Carter, backup running back of the Colts. It's a matter of time before a guy gets hurt, and Donald Brown, let's be quite frankly with you guys, is going to suck. Receivers, Mario Manningham is my number 1 sleeper. He's going to be a top 10 receiver. He's going to do better than Nakeem Nicks. Put it down. Lance Moore and Jordy Nelson, mid-round guys, are in a high-powered offense. I like high-powered offenses. And my deep sleeper is Greg Little. Browns deep sleeper, again, I don't know what it is. I think they're deep, and they're going to do very well for you guys. So there's my fantasy football talk for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed my sleepers. Like I said, I got a huge draft next week, and I'll talk to you guys about that after it's over and go over some stuff with you guys then. So I ended up winning this game 14-10 with the Detroit Lions. Yes, my team. So, guys, remember, take my advice, you'll be the man. Until somebody says, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Oh, woo!
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.